Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Drunken Kobold. Today we are looking at the Bugbear promo and the Lizard Folk promo for Snowbound so that we can wrap up the Snowbound set as we anticipate Wild Beyond the Witchlight Collector's Box so we can review that set. But without further ado, let's hop into these. Bugbears are very tall goblinoid creatures with thick fur coats that make them ideal for living in the far north reaches of Icewind Dale. They are known for bullying their goblin and hobgoblin relatives into submission for control of the tribes, and while they are known for their violent natures and their short tempers, they aren't keen on doing the dirty work themselves. Bugbears can often be found wielding morning stars, which is what these miniatures depict. Bugbears are a playable race in Volo's Guide to Monsters, so these make really good PC minis for barbarians and fighters. Bugbears appear in the basic rules and monster manual and have a challenge rating of 1, while the Bugbear Chief, which is the guy with the cape, is in the monster manual and has a challenge rating of 3. Lizard folk, on the other hand, are medium-sized humanoid creatures that dwell in warm, swampy jungles. Basically everything that is opposite the theme of the Snowbound set, so these guys don't really fit in but are still really cool miniatures nonetheless. Lizard folk are known for cannibalizing their friends and family as well as their party members, and are really good at adapting to their environment by creating improvised weapons and armor out of the creatures and environment that they live with. Lizard folk appear in the Volo's Guide to Monsters as a playable race, so our 2 lizard folk there are basically playable as any PC miniature, while our lizard folk shaman there makes a really good cleric, but could also be a really good druid or perhaps even a warlock. Lizard folk appear in the monster manual and have a challenge rating of 1/2, while lizard folk shaman appear in the monster manual and have a challenge rating of 2. I have to say, not having 3 distinct miniatures like we did with the Icewind Dale and Boneyard promos makes these guys feel a little lazy in my opinion, but they are still fantastic miniatures in terms of sculpt and paint jobs, and I cannot wait to field them as NPCs and PCs in my game. My biggest beef with these though is how to obtain them. The Bugbears were tied to buying a case at your friendly local game store, whereas the Lizard folk were tied to making any Snowbound purchase on dndmini.com. I must say that I would much rather prefer that these are product tied promos rather than location of purchase tied promos. Oh, you bought a case of Snowbound? Where did you buy it? Doesn't matter. Here are your Bugbear promos. Oh, you bought the premium set for Snowbound. Here are your Lizard Folk promos. It doesn't matter where you buy the premium set. And as we get into sets that have more promos and international promos, obtaining these promos is going to be even more and more difficult, making people more incentivized to buy the collector's boxes rather than buying bricks and individual premium sets. So I think making these product tied rather than location tied would be a much better way to make sure that these reach the players who purchase the products. All in all, though, they are free with your purchase, so that is a plus. They require no paint jobs or assembly. They come ready right out of the box, which is also fantastic. And they are really cool miniatures. Bugbears, you're going to get a ton of use out of Bugbears. They're one of the main villains that you encounter in the starter set, and I believe the Essentials kit has quite a few of them too. Bugbears have been a long stay for D&D. Lizard folk, They have been around since the beginning and are quite common enemies to encounter, and with both of these being playable races, you're going to get a lot of use out of them. I have to say that as miniatures, these are an 8 out of 10. I absolutely love them, and I can't wait to see what other promos we get, but Wizkids, please consider making these product tied rather than location of purchase tied. That is the only concern I have about these. But have you had a chance to get these promos? If you have, let me know what your thoughts of them are in the comments down below. And if you feel I deserved it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Only about 20% of my regular viewers are subscribers, so I'd hate to see you guys miss out on videos because you weren't subscribed. But in the meantime, cheers, and may the rolls be with you.